All right, once we got the grid line identified, the next step is create a dimension line. Right, so let me repeat the step again. First, we do grid line, then we do the dimension line, then we can start on the wall, window, doors, and so on. Why we have to do this? Because first, grid line is to help us to draw the floor plan on a correct dimensions. So in order to get a correct dimension, then we need to create the dimension first before we start drawing the actual floor plan. All right. So to create dimension like the one that we learned last week, right? So go to annotate, right? And then select the linear dimension here, right? And make sure we're already on the OSNAP. Click and click between the dimension and then click here. All right. So I did a mistake here where actually this dimension is supposed to be on dimension layers, but I created on the grid line layers, right? So what can we do now? We need to change this dimension into layers into a dimension layers, right? So what can we do? Go back to home here, right? Select the dimension, which is currently on the grid line, and then click the layer and change it to the dimension. And there you are. So this is the way how to change one layer to another layer. All right. So right now, because we are working on the dimension, so we need to change the current layer into dimension. So once we select change the layer into dimension layer, whenever we created any lines or any drawing, means it will be created on the dimension that selected here. All right. So the next task is to make sure the dimension is on the correct scale. As you can see, right, we can't see anything on the dimension here, right? We cannot see anything, it's too small, and then even the thick lines is too small, right? So what we have to do next is to do the setting for dimension. So to do the setting dimension, first go to annotate, right? And then click the dimension style here, the arrow to the bottom left. Click, right? Right. So the setting will be slightly different than what we did on the previous week, because the size and scale of the drawing is much bigger compared to the previous drawing, right? So first thing, go to lines, right? And then click the extend beyond dim lines, right? Key in 100. And then offset from origin in 150. Right? Extend beyond text. Oh, before we key in the extend beyond text, we need to select the arrowhead here. So the arrowhead, change it to architectural text. So whenever we're doing interior design drawing or architecture drawing, so important to use architectural text. It's much more precise compared to the arrow just now. All right, and go back to the line here. Okay, so extend beyond text, key in 100. Yeah. Right. And then we need to go to the text. Okay, go to the text. Text high, key in 160. Enter. Right. And then text placement, right, on vertical, put outside, right, and then horizontal let it be. Okay, so important to put here align with dimension line, right? And then the next one's offset from dimension line. So this one actually the position of text between text and also the dimension line. So this one here we can try to put here about 50. And next one, go to the primary unit. All right, this is also important. Okay, so since we are using millimeters, right, so it is important to change this into 0. Right, so for millimeters dimension, there is no 0 something, no, right, because the millimeter is the most precision measurement, so you cannot have 0 point something. Right, once you have done, click OK and close, and there you are. Oh yeah, we're missing one thing here. We're missing the arrowhead size. All right, let's go back here. Modify, where to share symbol and arrows. Yeah, here. So this one, put 100. Okay. There you are. Okay. So once you have this, then you can just continue the dimension. Okay, so to continue the dimension, click here, click continue. Done. All right. So same thing with the side part here. Right. Click the linear dimension. Click, and then continue. And also important to put the overall distance, right? And same with this, to put the overall distance as well. So seems like the dimension is a bit too high, so we need to move this down a bit. So what can we do? Just select the dimension, right? And click the blue part here and put it down. And important, right? We have this, please press F3 to turn off the object snap. F3, object snap. All right, then it will not snap to anywhere. Okay, space bar. This also move it further down and turn on the snap again to make it so that it will snap exactly there. And this one we can select again, the opposite snap, and we have this. There. A bit more. Okay. All right. So this is the measurement. Oh, we're missing one more here. So we're going to continue this. From here, right? So we're going to select this by press S select, and then we continue to here. All right. Okay. So now we have a floor plan of 6,000 times 6,000 floor plan. All right, 6 meters times 6 meters of a space. Okay. So once we've got this, then we can make sure that a dimension is really correct. All right. And then once it's correct, then we can go to the next step, which is creating a wall drawing.